So, I was riding down the road in the back seat of my friend's car one time, and his daughter was in the back seat with me, and she said, "Daddy, I think I'm getting car sick." And he said, "No, honey, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine." And she said, "No, Daddy, I really feel like I'm getting sick." He said, "No, no, honey, I love you, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine." And then she said to her father, "Daddy, I love you, but right now I've got a mouthful of vomit and a heart full of love." And I told my friend Barney that I'm going to write a country song one day, and it's going to be called "A Mouthful of Vomit and a Heart Full of Love." And this is quite possibly the worst song I've ever written in my life. Enjoy. Well, I met her late that night at the Spencer Highway bar room, drinking and talking about the man who stood her up. He was a downright no-good bastard, and she weren't afraid to say so. So I listened to her story while I filled her empty cup. Well, she told me about the man she thought that she might marry. She met him 2 weeks before in a honky-tonk bar. They've been together every night since then, drinking like sailors. Now he's gone to disappearing with some dirty no-good whore. They fell in love in an instant with no idea what's a-coming. All she knew was that she loved him more than God up high above. Now she's been sitting in the bar, drinking herself to sickness. She's got a mouth full of vomit and a heart full of love. 2 weeks later, I done seen her in the bar drinking Lone Star, talking about the new bastard who done her wrong this time. Well, I took her home that night so's I could see that she was alright, and it turned out I was holding her hair out of her face again. They fell in love in an instant with no idea what's a-coming. All she knew was that she loved him more than God up high above. Now she's been sitting in the bar, drinking herself to sickness. She's got a mouth full of vomit and a heart full of love. We've been spending time together ever since that fateful night when I took her home to help her purge her body of bad men. But now I'm sitting here alone with just this glass of Jack to warm me, 'cause she won't return my phone calls and I ain't gonna call again. Now the only reason I'm sitting here singing you this song is 'cause I think you might be seeing her in bars where you'll be found. And if you do, don't hold her hair, no matter how she charms you, 'cause she broke my heart in half and she'll do the same to you. She goes from bar to bar looking for a man she'd like to cry to, and she makes him buy her drinks till she's good and liquored up. Then the next night there's a new bar and a new man, 'cause she's left you with your mouth full of vomit and your heart full of love. She's got a mouth full of vomit and a heart full